Unpopular vote. Citizens United changed the Democratic Party too. Now, people always talk about how it changed the political system as we know it, and that super PACs can raise unlimited amounts of money. So the era of small donations is kind of over with for most political candidates, and 9 times out of 10, the person that raises the most money is going to win a race. And 4 times out of 5, that's the Republican Party, unless the Democrats are an incumbent. So like obviously since 2010, when Citizens United was the first election that came into effect, Republicans have taken both houses of Congress. They've taken 2/3 of the state governments. They've taken 2/3 of the governorships. Democrats are the lowest point they've been since the 1930s. So people usually point that out as saying that's why Republicans are hell-bent on this tax cut, or that's why they're hell-bent on a lot of these corporate things. But it very subtly changed the Democratic Party too. Because if you'll notice, when Obama ran a platform in 2008, it was all about economic issues. You know, all these different, health care. His Obamacare was much milder than what he set out to accomplish. Student loan relief. He talked a little bit about universal college, especially for associate degrees or technical jobs, things like that, community colleges. So that really was the agenda. But then around 2010, when Democrats got killed and put out of business because they couldn't raise corporate money, that started to go more and more gradually towards social liberalism. Now, a lot of billionaires don't really give a shit about that. Okay, gay marriage, they're on board with. Even Charles Koch and Ed Koch, they're on board with gay marriage. Ed Koch ran a platform about it when he campaigned as the VP for the Libertarian Party. So your Clint Eastwood types and your Koch brother types and all these different people that are very conservative, they can kind of be like, oh no, I'm a libertarian because of these social issues or whatever. So they don't really care that marijuana is going to become legal or that gay marriage is legal or different things like that. And it's only when it comes to the money. That's what they really don't want. So they don't want net neutrality, and they don't want a higher tax, increase for people that make a certain amount of money. And Democrats had to kind of somewhat get on that page. Not, publicly endorse these things, but definitely scale back and be like, everything was about Confederate statues and workplace harassment and different things like that, because that was things that didn't directly threaten billionaires' money. So the money supply from Silicon Valley and Wall Street, that hasn't really decreased because they're talking about Me Too or removing the Confederate flag statue or transgender rights or something like that. And I'm not saying that those issues are not important, but to make that the focus and centerpiece of the Democratic Party, that betrays the union roots. And because of that, I think a lot of people are kind of wondering like exactly what happened to economic liberalism.